This is Cadet Angana De Luis. I am from Group 3 and today we are going to talk about global food security. This is for educational use only. Our group is allowing our instructor by Mr. Roldan Ardinis to use this as an educational material. This is Cadet Angana De Luis and today we are going to talk about the three biggest threats to global food security. And the first one is climate. Global warming is increasing temperatures by around 0.2 Celsius every 10 years. Rainfall is increasing in some places but decreasing in others. Higher temperatures and unreliable rainfall make farming difficult, especially for those farming marginal lands who already struggle to survive. Even advanced countries or ACs can be affected by drought. Countries such as Russia and Australia are huge exporters of wheat and barley. Respectively, when they suffer drought, there is less food available globally and global food prices increase, leaving the poor most vulnerable. The second one is world population increase in the modern food system. A country's ability to feed itself very much depends on three factors: the availability of land, accessible water, and population pressures. The more people there are, especially in poor countries with limited amount of land and water, and the fewer resources are there to make the basic needs. If basic needs cannot be met, development stalls and economics begin to unravel. The third and the last one is disruptions in the food chain. Climate change and environmental shocks, all these events have a huge impact on food production, as they significantly limit the quality, availability, and accessibility of resources, and compromise the stability of food systems around the world. That is all. Thank you.
Disruption in the food chain occurs when there's disturbances or alteration in the intricate balance and relationships among various organisms in an ecosystem. This disruption can stem from numerous factors such as human activities, environmental changes, natural disaster, or the introduction of invasive species. One of the primary consequences of disrupting the food chain is the destabilization of entire ecosystems. When a case species is affected, it can cause a ripple effect throughout the food web, impacting the abundance or even the existence of other species in the ecosystem. For instance, the decline in the population of a predator could lead to an overpopulation of its prey, upsetting the balance and potentially causing environmental imbalances. Moreover, disruption in the food chain can have cascading effects on biodiversity, as the loss of certain species can trigger a domino effect on others. For example, if a particular species of fish declines due to overfishing, it can affect the seabirds or mammals that rely on them or for food. This interconnectedness highlights the vulnerability for ecosystems to disturbances. Additionally, disruption in the food chain can also affect human population, especially those reliant on natural resources for sustenance. Changes in the availability or quality of food sources can impact food security, livelihoods, and economies, underscoring the critical importance of maintaining a balanced and stable for food chain within ecosystem.
Good day everyone. So for today's video, I'm going to discuss to you the 5 components of food security. So for the first one is components of food security: availability. This refers to the consistent and adequate supply of food on a national or global level. It involves the production, distribution, and storage of food. Sufficient food must be produced to meet the needs of the population, and it should be accessible in the right quantities and at the right times. And for the second one, which is the components of food security, which is access. Access to food involves the ability of individuals and communities to obtain sufficient and nutritious food. These components is influenced by factors such as income levels, employment opportunities, and food prices. Social and economic factors including poverty and inequality play a crucial role in determining access to food. And for the third one, which is the components of food security, utilization. Utilization is the focuses on the nutritional value of the food available and the ability of individuals to utilize that food to meet their dietary needs. It includes factors such as dietary diversity, hygiene, sanitation, and healthcare. Ensuring that people have the knowledge and sources to prepare and consume nutritious meals is essential for the component.
Good day, I'm the Cadet Raya Janray. So what is the availability of food security? Food security in terms of availability is a comprehensive measure of community access to an adequate and stable food supply. As its core involves assessing consistent availability of food in sufficient quantities to meet the nutritional needs of the population. This encompasses not only the current state of the food availability, but also the ability to maintain it over the long term, considering the factors such as agricultural productivity, storage capacities, and the overall resilience of the food system. A key aspect of food security is the stability and predictability of the food availability. This includes the evaluating vulnerabilities of the food chain to the external shocks, such as natural disaster, economic fluctuation, or geopolitical issue. Sustainable agricultural practice and efficient distribution networks and strategic reserves are vital components that contributes to the overall availability of the food, ensuring that the communities have a reliable access to the nourishment they need for a healthy and active lives. In the essence of food security in terms of availability, ability to strive to establish a robust and consistent meeting the nutritional requirements of the population, while the safeguarding against the political disruption to the food supply. What is access to food availability? Access to food availability is a multi-faceted concept that encompasses various factors influencing the availability, distribution, and consumption of food within a given region or community. One critical aspect is agricultural production, which involves assessing the efficient and productivity of local farms. The evaluation of crop yields, livestock production, and utilization of agricultural technologies plays a pivotal role determining the quantity of food available. Distribution of networks also contribute significantly to access efficient transport system and well-established supply chain, facilitate the movement of food from the production center to the distribution point and eventually to the consumers. The presence of adequate storage facilities are crucial to preventing food spoilage and ensuring continuous supply throughout the year. Moreover, socioeconomic factors such as income levels, employment opportunities, and poverty rates impact the people purchasing and consequently their ability to access the diverse and nutritious food supply. Addressing this economics aspect aspect is vital for promoting equitable access to food.
Hello everyone, this is Cadet Paulson Castro. Now I discuss about components of food security. Food security requires stability in the process to an availability of food over time. This involves addressing issues such as price volatility, climate-related changes, and the other factors that can disrupt the production and distribution of food. Stable food system contribute to the predictability and resilience in the face of shock. And agency. Agency refers to the ability of individuals and communities to make choices about the food they eat and how it is produced, empowering people to participate in decision-making process related to food, production, distribution, and consumption. It's essential for achieving food security. This includes consideration of culture preference, gender equality, and the environment of local communities in shaping food system.
Good day everyone. Today we will be tackling about global food security. So, global food security relies on various factors such as agricultural productivity, distribution networks, economic stability, access to resources, and government policies. However, during the pandemic, disruptions in supply chains, labor shortages, trade restrictions, and economic challenges have posed significant threats to food security worldwide. So, what is food security? In order to understand how climate change and other socio-economic factors are affecting our global food supplies, it is important to provide a definition of food security. So, the term refers to a situation that exists when all people at all times have different necessary means to access sufficient food to meet their needs and maintain a healthy life. And what does food security going to tell us? So, food security provides crucial insights into the well-being and stability of populations at various levels, individual, community, national, and global. And what is the purpose of food security? The purpose of food security is to ensure that all individuals have access to sufficient, safe, and nutritious food to maintain a healthy and active life. The ultimate goal is to eliminate hunger, malnutrition, and food insecurity. And also, food security creates a world where everyone has access to enough safe and nutritious food, leading to improved health, poverty reduction, social equity, economic development, and a more stable and sustainable global community. It is a fundamental element in the pursuit of a just and equitable society.
So, food security refers to the consistent access to enough, safe, and nutritious foods for a healthy and active life. Availability in this context means that an adequate and stable supply of food to meet the needs of the population. Availability food security focuses on ensuring a steady and reliable supply of food to meet the nutrition needs of a population, addressing factors such as production, distribution, and accessibility to prevent food shortages and scarcity. Food security exists when all people at all the times have physical and economical access to sufficient, safe, and nutritious food that meets their dietary needs and food preferences for an active and healthy life. So, the food availability of sufficient quantities of food of appropriate quality supplied through domestic production or imports, including food aid So food access by individuals to adequate resources for acquiring appropriate foods for a nutrition diet. Entitlements are defined as the set of all commodity bundles over which a person can establish command given the legal, political, economic, and social arrangement of the community in which they live, including traditional rights such as access to common resources, utilization, utilization of food through adequate diet, clean water, sanitation, and healthcare to reach a state of nutritional well-being where all physiological needs are met. This brings out the importance of non-food inputs in food security. So, stability to be food secure. A population, household, or individual must have access to adequate food at all times. They should not risk losing access to food as a consequences of sudden shocks, an economic or climate crisis, or cyclical events, seasonal food insecurity. The concept of stability can therefore refer to both availability and access dimension of food security.
Number 4 in food security, sustainable agriculture. Emphasize the importance of environmentally friendly and efficient farming practices. Integration of technology for increased productivity. Number 5. Addressing climate change. Strategies to mitigate the impact of climate change on agriculture and adoption of resilient crop varieties and sustainable water management. Addressing climate change in the context of food security involves adapting agricultural practices to changing conditions and mitigating the sector's contribution to greenhouse gas emissions. Number 6. Access to markets. Ensuring that farmers have access to markets and fair prices for their products encourages increased agricultural production and income, contributing to overall food security. Access to market is a key component of food security, ensuring that farmers can sell their products and consumers can access a variety of nutritious foods. Efficient and inclusive market system facilitate fair prices for farmers, stimulate agricultural productivity, and provide consumers with diverse food options. Number 7. Government policies and investments. Supported policies, subsidies, and investments in agriculture by government play a vital role in promoting food security. This includes research and development, extension services, and social safety nets for vulnerable population. Government policies and investments play a pivotal role in ensuring food security. Supported policies can include subsidies for farmers, incentives for sustainable agriculture practices, and regulations that promote fair trade. Investments in agricultural research, technology, and infrastructure further contribute to increased productivity and efficiency. Additionally, social safety nets and programs can be established to assist vulnerable populations.
Food security refers to the people condition where all people at all times have physical, social, and economic access to sufficient, safe, and nutritious food that meets their dietary need and food preferences for an active and healthy life. It involves not only the availability of food but also factors such as access, utilization, and stability of the food supply. Ensuring food security is a global challenge that involves addressing issues like poverty, agricultural productivity, distribution systems, and the resilience of communities to various shocks and disruptions in the food supply chain. Is food security possible? Achieving complete and universal food security is a complex and challenging goal, but significant progress can be made with concerted efforts. Factors such as sustainable agriculture practices, equitable distribution system, poverty reduction, and effective social policies play a crucial role in enhancing food security. While complete eradication of food insecurity may be difficult on ongoing, initiatives focuses on improving access to resources, advancing agricultural technologies, and promoting education on nutrition and farming practices. International cooperation and local community involves are also vital components in addressing food security challenges. So, introduction. Definition. Food security ensures all people have access to sufficient, safe, and nutritious food. Its importance is vital for health, economic stability, and societal well being. So, global food challenges. Global food challenges refer to a set of complex issues and concerns that impact the world's ability to provide sufficient, safe, and nutritious food for its growing population. These challenges include factors such as population growth, climate change, resource scarcity, biodiversity loss, food waste, inequality, urbanization, and diet related health issues. The interplay of these factors create a multi-phased problem that requires comprehensive and collaborative solutions. Population growth, climate change, and resource constraints pose significant challenges. Unequal distribution of resources and access exacerbates the problem. Key components of food security. The key components of food security encompass various aspects that collectively ensures people have reliable access to sufficient, safe, and nutritious food. These components include availability, sufficient food production and distribution, access, the economic and physical access to food. Last is utilization, proper nutrition and utilization of food. These components together form a comprehensive framework to evaluate and address the various dimensions of food security. Achieving food security involves not only increasing food production but also addressing issues related to poverty, distribution, education, and sustainability across the global food system.
Good day, everyone. I'm Deck Cadet Marjon Soriano, and I'm going to summarize our topic about the global food security. So, global food security is a multifaceted challenge centered on ensuring a stable and ample food supply for the world's growing population. The escalating demand for food driven by global population growth places significant strain on agricultural systems. Compounding this, climate change introduces uncertainties with shifting weather patterns, extreme events, and rising temperatures impacting crop yields and livestock productivity. Resource constraints such as limited arable land and water scarcity further complicate this situation, necessitating the sustainable agricultural practices and innovative technologies to optimize productivity while minimizing environmental impact. Socio-economic factors also play a pivotal role in determining food security. Issues like poverty, inequality, and insufficient infrastructure hinder access to nutritious food for many. Addressing these challenges requires comprehensive social and economic policies that promote inclusivity. International cooperation is crucial in tackling global food security. Collaborative efforts between nations, organizations, and research institutions can facilitate and research institutions can facilitate the sharing of knowledge, resources, and best practices. Initiatives focus on research development and fair trades politics contribute to the overarching goal of ensuring everyone has access to sufficient and nutritious food. So that is all about our topic, and our video ends here. Thank you.